You won't believe what's happening right now in the world of college football and celebrity sports drama. Because Travis Hunter, the golden boy of the game, the face of a new era, just walked away from what everyone thought was his destiny, the NFL. And the reason behind it? It's not what ESPN or SportsCenter are telling you. This isn't about money, contracts, or even injuries. This runs way deeper. It's personal, emotional, and borderline dangerous. Just months after being projected as a first-round pick, Travis shocked the world when he announced he was taking a break. But insiders say that's just a cover-up. Word on the street is something went down behind closed doors. Something involving betrayal, manipulation, and a major power play that could shake up the entire league. People close to Travis say he wasn't just walking away from football. He was escaping from it. A secret feud with a powerful NFL executive, hidden tensions with former teammates, and even a shocking revelation about someone he trusted most might have pushed him over the edge. Fans are stunned, the sports world is divided, and everyone's asking the same question. What could make Travis Hunter give up everything he worked for? Stay tuned, because what we found out will change how you see him forever. When Travis Hunter committed to Jackson State, the internet exploded. He wasn't just another player. He was the player who defied the system. The top recruit in the country choosing an HBCU? It was more than football. It was a movement. Deion Sanders became the mentor, the father figure, the visionary who told him, "You don't have to follow the old playbook. You are the playbook." But fast forward 2 years later, and that dream started cracking from the inside. Behind the bright smiles, the locker room speeches, and viral highlight reels, insiders say Travis was struggling, not physically, but emotionally. He was carrying something heavy, one close friend told us. He'd show up to practice, but you could see it in his eyes. He wasn't all there anymore. Rumors started spreading that Travis was feeling pressured, not just by fans, but by big-name NFL scouts and agents who were already treating him like a product, not a person. One scout allegedly told him, "You'll sign where we tell you to sign, or we'll make sure your stock drops." At first, Travis brushed it off. He was built different, right? But that confidence started fading after his breakout season at Colorado. Everyone was calling him the next Deion, the Prime 2.0, and that's where the tension really started. Because according to insiders, Deion didn't like that comparison. He respected Travis, but the media pressure created this weird father-son rivalry, said one reporter who covered the team. Deion built Travis, but Travis was becoming bigger than Deion. That caused tension behind closed doors. Fans never saw it, but apparently there were heated conversations, loud enough that even assistant coaches had to step in. One insider recalls a particularly intense argument after a tough loss. "You need to stop playing for cameras and play for the team," Deion allegedly shouted. Travis fired back. "I'm the one out here taking hits. You sitting behind the mic acting like it's your legacy on the line." That was the moment everything shifted. People around Travis said he became distant, skipping media appearances, ignoring calls from sports networks, and even refusing to meet with certain NFL scouts. One of his close college friends claimed Travis started talking about walking away. At first, nobody believed him. "Man, you're going to the league. You can't walk away," his teammates said. But Travis replied quietly, "They can have the fame. I just want peace." And then came the incident. According to one anonymous source, a team staffer who later deleted his social media, a confrontation broke out after a closed-door meeting with a representative from a top sports agency. The agency allegedly offered Travis a massive advance, close to $4 million, to secure him for a future NFL contract. But when he refused, the rep reportedly threatened to bury his name. After that meeting, Travis was never the same. His social media posts became cryptic. One of them read, "Some games ain't worth playing, even if you win." Fans thought he was just being poetic. Insiders say it was a cry for help. Deion tried to reel him back in, but trust was gone. In fact, one of Travis's closest friends claimed that he overheard a call between Travis and an unnamed NFL insider who told him, "If you don't play by our rules, we'll make sure you never get drafted." That's when Travis went quiet. No statements, no interviews, no training camp appearances, just radio silence. Until one random morning, out of nowhere, Travis posted a simple message on X. "Sometimes you gotta walk away to protect your soul." Fans thought it was about mental health. But the story behind it, what we've uncovered, suggests it was much deeper. Because a week after that post, an NFL executive's private email leaked, and it mentioned Travis by name. The email read, "If he won't comply, we'll make sure he's seen as unstable." That's when everything exploded. Social media was on fire. Travis's name was trending for days. People were debating whether he had been blackballed or if he'd actually turned his back on fame. Some accused Dion of being part of the cover-up, while others claimed a powerful sports agency wanted to silence him for refusing a secret sponsorship deal linked to a major shoe brand. Whatever the truth was, one thing was clear. Travis Hunter had gone from the NFL's next big thing to its biggest question mark. But what most people don't know is that there was another side to this story. Something involving a woman, a hidden deal, and a betrayal that would push Travis to his breaking point. And once that story came out, everything, his career, his reputation, his relationships, would crumble in real time. When Travis disappeared from the spotlight, fans thought he was training in silence, maybe plotting a comeback, maybe negotiating in secret. But nah, according to insiders close to him, he wasn't plotting anything. He was running. Running from what, though? Turns out there was a deal. A secret under-the-table contract that could have changed his life forever. Sources say a powerful sports agency approached him months before the NFL Draft Combine. They weren't just offering endorsement money, they were offering control. One insider put it like this: they didn't want Travis, they wanted his image. They wanted the next Dion, the next Jordan, the next crossover star who could sell sneakers, watches, even movies. But there was a twist. The deal wasn't just about Travis. It allegedly involved someone he trusted deeply. His longtime girlfriend, Aaliyah. Aaliyah had been with Travis since his early days, through college chaos, viral fame, and the shift from Jackson State to Colorado. She was his calm in the storm. But that calm didn't last. According to multiple reports, Aaliyah had started managing some of Travis's brand partnerships behind the scenes. She handled his sponsorships, appearances, even coordinated with his PR. But insiders now say she got too close to one of the agency reps, a man named Marcus Clay, a slick-talking, smooth-suited executive known for making stars overnight. At first, Travis didn't think much of it. Marcus was helping them build a brand. But when Travis started questioning some of the deals being signed under his name, things got messy fast. He found out about an appearance he never agreed to, one teammate revealed. He saw the paperwork, and the signature wasn't his. That's when the walls started closing in. According to texts leaked weeks later, Travis confronted Aaliyah about the situation. The messages read, "Travis, why am I seeing a deal with PowerFit Energy with my name on it? I didn't sign that." Aaliyah, Marcus said it was time-sensitive. He said you approved it verbally. Travis, you approved it verbally. Travis, I didn't. Who's getting paid for it? Aaliyah, you are. We are. Fans didn't see the storm brewing, but Travis's friends say that conversation destroyed the trust between them. After that, he wasn't the same, one close friend told us. He started feeling like everyone around him was taking something from him. His peace, his brand, his life. But here's where things get dark. Shortly after that argument, Travis reportedly met with Marcus in a private lounge at a Denver hotel. Witnesses claim voices were raised. Security got involved and Travis stormed out saying, "You'll see who really owns me." Within 48 hours, Travis deleted every post about his career, unfollowed his agency, and even wiped photos of Aaliyah from his social media. That's when the internet went wild. Fans thought it was just relationship drama. But what no one realized was that this breakup was connected to something way bigger. Because a week later, a leaked voice memo surfaced online, allegedly from Marcus himself, bragging about owning Travis's likeness rights for the next 5 years. In the clip, you can hear him laughing. Even if he walks away, his face still makes us money. He can't run from paper. That was the breaking point. Travis went off the grid completely. He stopped answering calls, left training camp, and reportedly moved back home for a while. People close to him say he spent weeks in silence. No media, no workouts, no football. Just him and his thoughts. But then came the betrayal that cut the deepest. Aaliyah broke her silence in an interview with SportsScope, claiming that Travis was mentally unstable and that he couldn't handle the pressure of fame. She said she tried to save him from himself. Fans believed her. The media ran with it. But those who knew Travis say it was a setup, a narrative planted by the agency to paint him as erratic, unreliable, and unfit for the NFL spotlight. "He told me straight up," said a former teammate. He said, "They're trying to break me publicly, so I'll come crawling back." And that's exactly what happened next. An anonymous post appeared on a popular sports forum showing screenshots of an alleged confidential settlement between Travis and the agency. It claimed he'd either return to football under their management or lose millions in unpaid endorsements. Faced with that kind of pressure, most athletes would have folded. But Travis? He did the opposite. He started leaking their secrets. Whispers started appearing online, anonymous accounts hinting at shady recruitment tactics, bribes, and under-the-table deals between agents and college programs. It wasn't long before one of those anonymous posts dropped real receipts, emails linking Marcus Clay's agency to illegal incentives for high school recruits. The internet exploded again. Marcus denied everything. Aaliyah disappeared from social media, and Travis? He finally spoke through a cryptic Instagram story. "They wanted me to sell my soul for the draft. I said no." The post vanished in under an hour, but not before millions saw it. By now, fans were split down the middle. Some called him a hero for exposing corruption. Others said he was spiraling, throwing away his career out of paranoia. Sports pundits argued on live TV. One called it the dumbest self-sabotage in modern sports. Another said, maybe he's the first athlete to actually stand up to the system. But the story was far from over. Because a week later, Travis got an unexpected phone call from someone he never thought he'd hear from again. Deion Sanders. And what Coach Prime told him? It would change everything. When Travis saw Deion's name flash across his phone screen, he froze. It had been months since they last spoke, not since the argument that ended with Travis walking out of Colorado's facility saying, "I don't owe this game nothing." He hesitated, let it ring once, twice, then picked up. "What's up, Coach?" "Don't what's up me," Deion's voice shot back. "You know why I'm calling." Deion's tone wasn't angry, it was hurt. You could hear it in his voice, that mix of fatherly disappointment and tough love he built his brand on. "I'm watching these headlines, Travis. Watching people tear you apart. This ain't you, son." "Then why ain't you saying nothing?" Travis snapped. "Because I don't jump into mess I can't clean. You made this mess, now tell me what's really going on." There was silence for a long moment. Then Travis let it out. Everything. The contracts, the agency lies, the betrayal, the setup with Aaliyah. How he found out the NFL already had a narrative ready for him. "They're calling me unstable, Coach. They're saying I'm difficult to manage. They're painting me like Antonio Brown before I even touch the league." "Who's they?" Deion asked quietly. "The people running the draft. The scouts. The execs Marcus and his people." Deion sighed deeply. "Son, I told you. This league don't love nobody. It loves control." That's when Deion dropped something Travis wasn't ready to hear. "You think you're the first to get hit with this? You think Prime ain't seen this movie before?" Travis stayed silent. "They tried it with me too," Deion continued. "Different time, same game. The moment you stop smiling and start thinking for yourself, you become a problem. And problems don't get drafted. They get buried." Those words hit Travis like a punch to the chest. "So what, I'm just supposed to bow down?" he said bitterly. "Nah," Deion replied. "You stand up, but you gotta play smarter than they do." But Travis wasn't interested in playing anymore. He was tired, broken, done. "They already turned Aaliyah against me, Coach. They got me looking like a joke." Deion paused. Then, almost reluctantly, he said, "Then maybe it's time you see who's really behind all this." That night, Deion arranged a meeting. Not at a studio, not a hotel, but a small private office outside Boulder. No cameras, no staff, no entourage, just 2 men and a file folder. Inside that folder were printed emails, contracts, and one document that made Travis's stomach drop. It was an internal NFL memo dated months before the controversy. The subject line, "Hunter situation, contingency protocol." The memo outlined strategic image, management for high-profile draft prospects with potential brand volatility. In plain English, they already had backup stories ready in case a player refused to sign with certain agencies or brands. And one line stood out like a red flag. "If Hunter declines the endorsement agreement, we proceed with Phase B, narrative adjustment, erratic behavior, possible instability claims, inconsistent focus." Travis stared at it, his hands shaking. "So they planned this?" Deion nodded slowly. "They build you up just to see if you'll break." That's how they test ownership. It was the first time Travis had seen Dion genuinely angry. Not the camera-ready primetime energy, but a man who'd fought the same machine 30 years earlier. These people ain't about the game anymore, Trav. It's about control, clicks, and compliance. They can't buy your talent, so they try to buy your silence. Travis ran his hands through his hair. So what do I do now? You fight it, but not with fists. With facts. With your truth. For the first time in months, Travis felt something. Not peace, but purpose. Over the next week, he started digging. With Dion's quiet help, he reached out to a few journalists who weren't afraid to go against the machine. Independent reporters, smaller YouTube creators, even a few former players who'd gone through similar blackballing. And the deeper they dug, the darker it got. There were reports of young college athletes pressured into signing lifetime representation deals, with their families getting hush money bonuses. There were leaked emails between shoe company reps and NCAA officials suggesting kickbacks for steering talent to certain agents. One document even listed preferred media influencers, big-name sports hosts paid to shape how fans viewed certain athletes. Travis realized he wasn't just a target. He was a pawn in a billion-dollar chess game. But that's when something unexpected happened. Someone leaked his emails. Within hours, social media was flooded with screenshots of Travis's private messages, including one to Dion about fighting the machine. Hashtags like Travis Hunter exposed and unstable star started trending. ESPN analysts accused him of self-victimizing. Even former teammates began distancing themselves online. Dion called him that night. "They're trying to make an example out of you, son." "So I just take it?" Travis asked. "No, you take control of the story before they do." That's when Travis decided to do something no one expected. He went live. In a raw, unfiltered Instagram Live, Travis looked directly into the camera. No PR team, no script. Just him. "I'm done pretending," he said. "This game turned into business, and the business turned into betrayal. They tried to silence me, they tried to own me, and they even tried to make the world think I lost my mind. But I see it now. This ain't about football, it's about freedom." Millions tuned in. Some fans cried. Others called him crazy. But everyone was watching. He ended the live stream with one chilling line. "If I disappear again, just know I didn't quit." They did. Within hours, the video was taken down. Copyright claims. Dion's team called him immediately. "They're moving faster than we thought," Dion warned. But what nobody knew was that Travis had recorded everything. Emails, calls, screenshots, contracts, and had sent them to a journalist friend for safekeeping. And just as he started planning to go public with the evidence, an anonymous package arrived at his door. Inside, a single flash drive and a handwritten note. The note said, "You don't know the full story. Dion's not who you think he is." Travis sat there staring at the note in his hand for almost an hour. "Dion's not who you think he is." His heart was pounding. He wanted to believe it was fake, some intimidation tactic from the agency trying to scare him off. But something about that message felt too personal, too specific. He plugged in the flash drive. Inside was a folder labeled Prime Files. Inside that, hundreds of audio clips, PDFs, and screenshots. At first, they looked harmless. Meeting notes, sponsorship emails, coaching memos. But then Travis opened one labeled Partnership Agreement, JSU Legacy Project. What he saw made his blood run cold. The document showed a joint branding deal between Deion Sanders' media company and the same agency that had tried to control Travis, the same one Marcus Clay worked for. The date? Months before Travis ever committed to Jackson State, and listed under prospective recruits for promotional partnership? Travis Hunter. He scrolled down. There it was, black and white, talent acquisition and brand crossover. Hunter, T, projected to serve as cultural bridge for Prime Network expansion. Target 2025 NFL Draft. Travis's hands started shaking. It wasn't just the agency. Dion had been part of it from the very beginning. His mentor. His coach. His father figure. The man who said, "You don't follow the playbook, you are the playbook." It hit him like a train. Maybe he was the playbook all along. He called Dion immediately. No answer, then again. Straight to voicemail. When Dion finally called back, the tension was nuclear. "Coach, what is this?" Travis's voice was trembling. You talking about that nonsense somebody dropped at your door? Nonsense? Your name's all over it. And what does it prove? That I built something? That I made deals to get these young men seen? Travis didn't respond. Dion's tone hardened. You think I didn't put food on your plate? You think I didn't protect you when the league came sniffing around trying to lowball your value? Protect me? Or profit off me? Travis shot back. There was a long silence. Then Dion said quietly, You still don't get it, do you? Everybody profits off somebody. The only difference is whether you see the money or not. Click. Call ended. Travis sat there in the dark, his phone buzzing nonstop as news alerts poured in. Somehow the leak had already hit the internet. The emails were out. Screenshots, audio recordings, everything. Within hours, sports Twitter was on fire. Prime files, Travis vs. Dion, college sports scandal, trending worldwide. Reporters were camping outside both Dion's and Travis's homes. Talk shows were debating whether Deion Sanders had used his players to build his brand empire. Others said Travis was being manipulated, that this was another young athlete letting fame twist his perception. But the truth? It was messy, and both sides had blood on their hands. Travis knew releasing more evidence could destroy Dion's legacy, but it could also destroy the entire HBCU brand movement they built together. The movement that had inspired thousands of young athletes to take control of their own narratives. His phone rang again. This time, it wasn't Dion, it was Marcus Clay. You think you're some kind of hero, don't you? Marcus's voice was low, cold. You think you can just burn down the system and walk away clean? You already burned it, Travis replied. I'm just showing the ashes. Be careful, kid, Marcus said. People like you don't disappear quietly. They just disappear. The line went dead. That night, Travis packed his bags and left Colorado. He didn't tell anyone where he was going. Fans speculated everything. That he was in Atlanta, that he'd moved overseas, that he'd joined a private training camp. But no one really knew. Weeks passed. Then, a single video appeared on a brand new YouTube channel called Truth Play TV. The thumbnail showed Travis sitting in a dimly lit room, hoodie up, eyes tired but determined. The title, My Story. No edits, no agents, no lies. In the 42-minute video, Travis laid it all out. The agencies, the contracts, the manipulation, the betrayal, and the truth about Dion. The betrayal and the truth about Dion. He didn't hold back. I love that man like a father. But fathers can fall too, he said, his voice cracking. This system was never about making us stars. It was about making us slaves to sponsorships. They wanted me to sign my name away, and when I said no, they turned everyone I loved against me. He paused for a moment, breathing deeply. But I'm still here, still standing. Maybe I won't play another down in the NFL, but at least I kept my soul. Within hours, the video hit over 50 million views. Celebrities weighed in. Athletes spoke out. Some supported Travis. Others called it a clout chase. The NFL stayed silent. Dion released a carefully worded statement saying, I love that young man like a son. I wish him peace, but not everything on the internet is truth. It only added fuel to the fire. By the end of that week, 2 major sports executives retired suddenly. Marcus Clay vanished from the public eye, and the agency that once owned Travis's likeness quietly rebranded under a new name. But Travis didn't celebrate. He stayed off social media, out of interviews, out of the spotlight. People started calling him the ghost of the draft. Months later, a fan spotted him coaching local kids at a park in Georgia. No cameras, no logos, just football. Real football. And when asked if he'd ever come back to the NFL, Travis smiled and said, I never left the game. The game left me. That line went viral again. Millions of retweets, fan edits, reaction videos. But what nobody noticed was the final caption Travis pinned under that viral clip. The truth don't need a jersey, so there you have it. The shocking, twisted, and deeply human story behind why Travis Hunter really walked away from the NFL. From secret deals and betrayal to a mentor's hidden motives and a player's fight for his freedom, this wasn't just a sports story. It was a power struggle between heart and business, truth and reputation, loyalty and control. Fans are still divided to this day. Some say Travis is a martyr, a man who exposed how the system really works. Others say he's a rebel who threw away generational wealth for pride. But one thing's undeniable: he changed the game forever. The NFL never released an official statement. The agencies involved quietly cleaned house. And Dion? He's still coaching, still smiling for the cameras. But even his biggest supporters admit something in his eyes looks different now. As for Travis Hunter, the man, not the player, maybe he found what the game couldn't give him: peace. Now we gotta ask you, what do you think really happened? Was Travis a hero who stood up against the machine, or a rising star who got caught in his own storm? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you respect the truth, and don't forget to subscribe. Because here at Rap Daily Sports, we don't just tell stories, we expose the ones they don't want you to hear. Stay tuned, because if you thought this story was wild, just wait till you hear what we uncovered about the next top draft pick's secret deal.